ว่าคุณผู้ชมจะได้เห็นการทำงานของทีมสร้างฉากซึ่งไม่ได้ทำกันง่ายๆเลยนะคะแต่ทีมงานคุณภาพก็ไม่ลดละเราลองไปดูเบื้องหลังการทำฉากของเขากันเลยดีกว่าค่ะ
It's just astonishing. I walk onto these sets and I've never been on some of these sets before, and it's overwhelming.
There had to be an enormous change that you would look at the inside of the Great Hall and yet you've never seen the place like that before.
The description in the novel is that it's a kind of ice palace, really. There are icicles hanging from the magic ceiling. So we've taken that maybe a step further and said, okay, well, the magic ceiling is actually made of ice. Every inch of stonework will be covered in this highly reflective silver. The window mullions, the fireplace, the gargoyles, the gold doors will all be this mirror silvered finish.
When I went in, I was absolutely gobsmacked. The attention to detail and just the whole thing was beautiful, really beautiful.
With the underwater sequence, we faced one of our greatest challenges. We had to build a tank.
This was a stage. They took 500 loads of dirt out of it to create this 60 by 60 20-foot hole. It's probably one of the biggest tanks in the world.
Yeah, campground outside, 350 tents, and the Weasley tent is a magical tent. Seems fairly ordinary on the outside, but as soon as you open the doors, you know, it's 20 times bigger than it can possibly be.
Ron, get out of the kitchen, we're all hungry.
Yeah, get out of the kitchen, Ron.
Feet off the table.
Feet off the table.
I love magic.
Where Harry confronts the dragon, the starkest, rawest, most interesting thing we could do with that would be to set it in this bare, rocky pit. The maze, we tried to make it taller than you've ever seen and bigger than you've ever seen. So you're in channels which are just 5 feet wide, but 25, sometimes 40 feet high.
But a lot of things about this film are simply people allowing themselves to have fun by going to the very end of what they know they can do.
ไม่เฉพาะทีมงานเบื้องหลังที่รู้สึกท้าทายนะคะนักแสดงเองก็ท้าทายเหมือนกันเพราะว่าหนังเนี่ยระทึกใจกับการผจญภัยมากมายนักแสดงก็เลยต้องแสดงฉากผาดโผนด้วยตัวเองหลายฉากแต่คนที่เจอฉากผาดโผนเยอะหน่อยก็ถึงจะเป็นตัวแฮร์รี่นี่แหละค่ะ
I trained for quite a long time to do the stunts. I don't think it would have been nearly as good if people were sitting there going, oh, well, that's someone else doing that.
3, 2, 1, breather out.
In the underwater sequence, Dan is actually swimming in a big tank underwater, and so are the other artists as well. And we've got a speaking system. We can speak to him, he can hear quite well, or very well actually, and he just signals if he's okay or just to wait a minute.
Head up, Dan, head up. Look at camera. Stop.
And the physical exertion of this, of acting underwater, his eyes open, performing while he was holding his breath, is a remarkable achievement.
I really enjoyed the gardening, and it was hard work and it was very physical, but it was really rewarding.
I had 2 weeks of training to learn how to scuba dive and basically to learn how not to panic underwater. And honestly, after a week, it was just so much fun.
Swim higher, Robert. Swim up to Bruce. You go, Bruce. Looking at Harry. Harry. Very good.
The underwater stuff was really, really exciting. I've never done anything like that before.
We've done this sort of wire thing where we sort of dropped out of the sky onto the ground at the World Cup.
The maze was really, really exciting because they were real explosions.